Alright viewers, welcome to Let's Object in Runescape. Rick Turpentine versus the rich people. Alright, so, and I'm going to get my court summons from the clerk and turn it in. Would you like to defend or prosecute? As usual, I will defend, because defending is awesome. Look at the filing cabinet by my desk for more details on your case. When you feel prepared, use the stairs to enter the courtroom. And so, today, in my clan chat, oh well, I actually have someone here, Nurglesmark. Alright, hello Nurglesmark. Anyway, time to continue opening the filing cabinet. And yeah, I'm perfectly fine if anyone joins my clan chat as long as they don't spam. I know I've already said that, and I'm not really sure why I keep saying that, but I do. Okay, so we have Rick Turpentine, and we have Richard Maney. It looks like we'll be interviewing a witness! Finally! Alright, and Rick Turpentine.
I need to talk to you about your court case.
If you must. Actually, I probably should read through the case reports first. Alright, so, the culprit, of course, is probably going to be Rick Turpentine, because that gives the prosecution a case. And you've discovered a magic fingerprint. Hello, recording. Okay, so, case report number 2. Suspect Rick Turpentine. Rick Turpentine is accused of assaulting the citizens of Runescape and stealing from them. Enough evidence was gathered to arrest him after he allegedly assaulted Richard Maney in Falador. Mr. Turpentine claims he was redistributing wealth, and cites Oliver Bigard as one of the beneficiaries of his schemes. On arrest, the following are found on the alleged highwayman's person: 1 face mask, 1 crossbow, 1 gold watch. A fingerprint was extracted from the gold watch. The watch also had an engraving, "To my dear Rich." Sounds good. All witnesses are present at the courthouse, ready for interviewing. By the way, in the dev blog back in session, it sounds like they're going to have some more things that remind me a lot of Phoenix Wright, in terms of having to actually search crime scenes and figure out things there, and I'm really looking forward to that, because I love doing those things. Okay, so suspect background. Suspect Rick Turpentine, again. Background. Rick was born to a prosperous family who fell on hard times. As he grew older, he felt it unfair that others could become rich while his family was poor, and he came upon a scheme to redistribute the wealth of Runescape. Victim, Richard Maney. Maney's a successful businessman who was visiting Falador for a welcome respite when he was attacked. Character witness, Oliver Bigard. Oliver is one of the many poor citizens of Runescape. He subsists by begging for free stuff and stealing things from market stalls. Mr. Turpentine has been Oliver's benefactor on several occasions. All witnesses are present at the courthouse, ready for interviewing. And let's talk to Oliver Bigard. Let's first talk to our client.
I need to talk to you about your court case.
If you must.
I need to discuss the alleged attack with you. Could you describe the events from your perspective?
I merely wanted to speak to the man. I often give small gifts to the poorer than I to bolster their spirits and bring a little joy to their life. In this case, I wanted to talk to this man about making a donation. But when I asked him, he dismissed me and questioned the honor of both me and my family. I felt the need to defend myself.
What did he say that was so offensive?
It was no wonder I had to beg for money, considering how I had to beg for money, considering how I dressed. I mean, really, that's kind of a jackass thing to say.
Ouch! Burn!
Indeed! So I defended my honor by attacking him, as any gentleman would. I will admit that, but I did not steal from him. That is a complete fabrication on his part. Alright, wealth redistribution.
How did you get the impression of, wealth redistribution?
I've been both affluent and poor, so I know what it's like to be on both sides of the divide. I see it as my duty to help the less fortunate by encouraging the better off to give what they can. The gold watch.
A gold watch was found on your person at the time of arrest. Is it yours?
Most certainly.
You don't seem like a gold watch kind of guy.
This watch is my father's, and it is my birthright. For 5 long years he carried this watch in his back pocket. Then, before he died of dysentery, he gave me the watch. I have no idea what dysentery is. Alright.
What's engraved on the inside?
It says, "To my dear Rich." Richard is a common name in our family. I'm the 4th.
But your name is Rick. It's not quite the same, is it?
That's the alias I've developed for my wealth distribution scheme. My full name is Richard. That's not a very imaginative alias. You need to come up with a better alias, like Kirby33.
I don't have any more questions.
Now let's talk to his beneficiary, Oliver Bigard.
I'd like to discuss this case against Rick Turpentine.
'Tis a sad tale that, not a sadder tale was told, for Rick Turpentine is gold. Wow, nice little rhyme.
I understand you've been giving gifts from Mr. Turpentine.
Like an angel he is. Rick would stop by my box and go leave gifts of gold or food so I might survive the night.
Did you ever ask him where you got the gold or food from?
Society has done its best to forget me, so I turn a blind eye to a small indiscretion if it means I get to live another day. And so, your background.
Can you tell me about your past?
Believe it or not, I was a successful bankman back in the day. I made some bad investments and hard choices in my life. When the investments didn't turn out, my customers were going to go bankrupt, so I paid back the investments with everything I had. I didn't want them to suffer for my foolishness, been living in a box ever since.
That was a very noble thing to do.
Well, the right thing to do. I had to take responsibility for my mistakes. If only we had people like him in the world more often, except for them not having to get punished all the time. No good deed goes unpunished as usual.
How do you know Rick Turpentine?
I met him shortly after I'd lost my wealth. I was at my lowest point and he helped me adjust. He pledged to do what he could for me whenever he had the means. Ever since then, he kindly brought me food and money when he was out to spare.
So, he didn't try to steal from you when you met?
What on earth would he steal? Other than a box and sleep in a potato sack. How do you fit in a potato sack? I mean, really? If a potato sack only fits 10 potatoes, how could you fit a person in there?
I don't have any more questions.
Fail spelling. Okay, so let's talk to Richard Maney.
Hi, I need to speak with you about the court case against Rick Turpentine.
About time! Do you know how much money I lose every minute I'm locked up in here?
How much do you lose?
More than you are worth. Now hurry it up. I want that felon convicted and put away so I can get back to business. You bastard! How dare you say that that you lose over 64 mil or something every single freaking minute that you're stuck in here. You bastard. I do not like this guy. I like him worse than I liked Stenavivio's original personality.
Could you tell me about the attack?
I'd been at my estate agents discovering my right to evict tenants. Wait, your right to evict tenants, you bastard? When I left, I came face to face with this Turpentine lout. He asked me to deliver and stand, or something similar. I can't really remember. I ignored him at the time, thinking he was a crazy person. Then he attacked me. He shot arrows at me, and once I was wounded, he robbed me. Oh, really? Huh.
Well, what line of business are you in?
I specialize in property investment. I recently bought some rundown buildings in Varrock. I plan to flatten them and develop some luxury buildings in their place. How the hell is anyone who doesn't have a ridiculous amount of money gonna live there, you idiot?
What are the buildings currently being used for?
Oh, they're filled with beggars and the old leper. I don't like this guy.
Did he steal the gold watch from you?
A gold watch? Oh, yes, he did steal a gold watch from me. It's a prized possession.
Can you remember what was engraved on it?
It had my favorite fairy ring location engraved in it. Haha! Objection! You are lying!
Why are you in jail? Rick Turpentine's the one accused of a crime.
Tell me about it. I made it clear that I was too busy to appear for the case and demanded they let me go. Seemed this courthouse is above the law as they forced me to stay in this jail. Excuse me if you're trying to stay above the law yourself, you damn frickin'. Ugh. I mean, there's nothing wrong with rich people, but when they act like, anyone who acts like this is a pain.
I don't have any more questions.
Man, I wonder if he acts differently if you're prosecuted. Well, I think that's all I really can do. I've asked everyone about everything. Obviously, the culprit is Rick Turpentine. The culprit, we don't know if the crime is actually that bad. It says to my dear Rich, and this guy is lying. It's definitely a good thing to ask him in court. I cannot wait to actually play some good Phoenix Wright. And you know what? I'm going to save actually entering court to the next episode, so I can actually have the prosecution enter his case completely uninterrupted. That's what I'm looking for. Man, I can't think today. Alright, so I'll see you in my next video then.